All right. Can you hear me now? Somehow my speaker was muted, or my microphone. Can you hear me now, Johnny? Oh my God, this is terrible. I can hear you. Can you tell me what to do? You can't hear me. Hopefully you can hear me now. Let me know if you can hear me, please. I see that I'm unmuted now. I was muted. All right, so let me show the prior question. So question 1211. Okay, what is true about license renewals? All right, the answer here was C. TREC distributes a notice to renew 3 months prior to expiration. Okay, I think you all can hear me now. Great. And then on 1212, if we miss the deadline for renewal, in this case, the licensee must do what? Must pay a deferral fee, it's the letter B, and complete any continuing education requirements within 60 days. So in order to get back to being active, that's what we have to do. I believe the deferral fee is 200 or 240 plus then the renewal fee. So it gets a little spendy. So thank you for letting me know, Johnny, that you couldn't hear me. Hi, Crystal. Thanks for joining us and giving me the thumbs up you can hear. Number 13. And we're doing Texas State questions on test number 12. Oh, you know what? I should tell you what test number 12 has to deal with. So the test 12 is licensing regulations. So keep that in mind, licensing regulation. 13. Which of the following is true regarding the renewal of an expired listing? Oh, sorry. I was calling expired listings today. An expired license. And what is an expired license? And what is renewal? Okay, vocabularies. So what is true regarding renewing an expired license? A, renewing applicants do not lose active status if they properly renew within 90 days. B, with a proper application, late renewals filing within 60 days of expiration will not lose active status if sponsors throughout period between expiration and new license issuance. So I explained that in the prior question, but maybe that's when you couldn't hear me. C, expired licenses automatically become inactive. Or D, the license period for the renewal license begins the day the late renewal application was received. So what happens if the license is true of renewal of an expired license? There's certain things that we must do and complete before renewing or reactivating our expired license. So is it A, B, C, or D? And let's see here, vocabulary, sponsored, expiration, license issuance. That's about it as far as vocabulary. All right, type your answer in the chat. Come on, don't be shy. This is the time to do it. So think about it. You have to be careful how the question is asked. Which of the following is true? Of course, there's only one that's true, right? There's another one. There may be others that could be close to being true, but one word or another makes it false. Regarding the renewal of an expired license. So do expired licenses automatically become inactive, or are there exceptions when we pay a renewal fee and an extension fee, which is called the deferral fee? Nobody's answering. Okay, the answer is B. With proper application, late renewers filing within 60 days of expiration. So our licenses expire on our birthday. So if you pay the deferral fee, you will have an additional 60 days to complete your continuing education courses. As long as you pay that deferral fee prior to the expiration date, you will remain active and have 60 days to finish those classes. So the answer is B. With proper application, late renewals, filing within 60 days, okay? Within 60 days of expiration. 60 days, you know, I wouldn't file it like the day before because they need time to process it. So 5 to 10 days prior to the expiration if you have not completed the continuing education courses. And here in Texas, we take 18 hours of continuing education. Once you've renewed after the first time. So the first time beginners will do 90 hours plus 4 hours legal update 1 and 4 hours of legal update 2. So it's actually 98 hours. And I recommend doing those as soon as possible after getting your license so that you don't wait until the end of the 2 years. I mean, you can take it. There are 30-hour classes that you can get. There's a credibility that you can get. And these courses are 30 hours at a time, and you can take them in person, like during a weekend or in 2 or 3 weeks, going 1 day a week. And so you do 3 courses, you get the 90 hours, and you can get a certification or an accreditability. So I actually did a course or a designation that was what was a certification for international property specialist. So it was 90 hours and I did it in 3 different weeks. So got that out of the way. Number 14. No questions? Licenses can become inactive for many reasons, 3 of which are listed below. Which statement does not, okay, no, trigger an inactive license? So which one does not trigger an inactive license? A, the state changes the education requirement for licenses. B, the sponsoring broker moves to a different state. C, the brokerage goes bankrupt. Or D, the licensee applies for inactive status. So which one does not trigger an inactive license? In other words, it's not your fault, nor a broker going out of business or, because once your broker goes out of business or they relocate or they go inactive, any sponsorees also go inactive. Type your answer in the chat. All right, I'm going to be moving a little bit faster then if no participation. The answer here is A. If the state changes the education requirements for licenses, we are given, time to do that. They don't make the change and then, we don't have it done, we're inactive. Well, we didn't know, right? So we have to be given time to then do those required classes after they make a change requirement. So we used to have 15 hours of continuing education. Then they added 3 more. So by having 18, 10 of them were electives. 2 of them have become required, which is Legal Update 1 and Legal Update 2. Those 2 total to 8 hours, 4 hours each. So A will not trigger an inactive license for us. B will, because the sponsoring broker that we were hanging our license with moved to a different state. So we become inactive. We have to find another sponsor, another brokerage. C, the brokerage goes bankrupt. Well, yeah, okay. So we become inactive. The licensee applies for inactive status. Absolutely, we become inactive. Okay. Number 15. So let's see here. Which of the following are causes for deactivation of a business entity license? Okay, not a regular sales license, but a business entity license. A, the business obtains E&O insurance. What is E&O insurance? Vocabulary. What is deactivation? B, the entity elects to deactivate. What is entity? What is deactivate? C, the entity fails to complete a transaction in a 12-month period. What is a transaction? D, the designated broker is sponsored to president, is promoted, is promoted to president of the corporation. So what is a designated broker? Those are all vocabulary. So which of the following are causes for the deactivation of a business entity? So actually only one is going to be the deactivation, right? Because we can only select one true statement. Type your answer in the chat, question number, and the letter answer. So it would be similar to a sales agent or broker deciding to deactivate their license. Deactivate, deactivate. The answer here is B. The entity elects to deactivate their license. Okay, that's the only way that it causes for a deactivation of a business entity license. The business obtains E&O insurance. No, that's a good thing. And that's to errors and omissions, right? That's vocabulary, E&O insurance. The entity fails to complete a transaction in 12 months. There's no requirement to have a transaction completed in 12 months. And we just, if we want to be active, we just keep doing our continuing education and keep our license active. D says designated brokers promoted to president of the corporation. Nope, that doesn't cause a deactivation, okay, of the business entity. Number 16. Which of the following is true? Oops. Regarding maintenance of one's license status. Okay, I've been talking about some of these things that are required to have an active license. So which one is true? Regarding the maintenance of one's license status. So in other words, in order to keep our license in good status and active, which one is true? A, deactivating brokers must give sponsored sales agents a 30-day advance notice from the date of the application. B, a sponsoring broker has to notify TREC, Texas Real Estate Commission, a sales agent firing within 1 week of the occurrence. C, to reactivate a broker license, the broker must satisfy all CE, continuing education requirements, and take a 3-hour ethics update course. Or D, to deactivate a sales agent license, licensees must complete a 3-hour legal update course. Okay, I've just been repeating certain things over and over, so hope that you've been listening. If not, go back and rewatch. The answer here is A. Deactivating brokers must give sponsored sales agents a 30-day advance notice from the date of the application. So the deactivating broker, so that's the broker, the brokerage office, right? Or the actual broker of the office. That's and they are the only broker in the office, okay, in the agency. And sales agent, right? That would be us who have a sales agent license. So they must give us 30 days notice from the date of their application to deactivate their license. Okay, because we hang our license, our sponsor, who's our sponsor? We're the sponsored sales agent, right? They are the sponsor. The broker, the brokerage, they're the sponsor, right? So deactivating brokers, make sure you understand what that is. Understand what a sponsored sales agent is. So they must give a 30 days advance notice from the date that they apply for that deactivation. Let's see what else it says here. So the notice period is timed to the application date. So when TREC receives it and they have the application date, that's when the 30 days start counting. The notice period is timed to the application. Any questions so far? All right. Since we have less state questions in the Texas State exam, I do less questions in a prep review. So we did 6 questions today. On the next video that deals with Texas State questions, we'll do test number 13. So any questions? So what I'm doing now is I'm doing one session of national questions, another session of Texas State questions, which applies only to Texas. The national applies to all 50 states. And then I'm also going to start doing a day of vocabulary. That way we'll have some shorter days. Any questions? So just know that I am an acting realtor. I do practice real estate on a daily basis. In fact, this week I was prospecting by doing calls, okay, lead generating in the morning, and I got a listing appointment because I'm going after listings. The more listings and sellers we represent, that we can represent more sellers than we can represent buyers at one time. So I'm going after sellers, after expired listings, listings that didn't sell within the 3-month or 6-month agreement, whatever that listing agreement period was, for sale by owners and for rent by owners. And then we also have the option to do what is called circle prospecting. So let's say we have a listing in a neighborhood or somebody else has a listing and we want to approach the sellers in that neighborhood. We get a list of the properties in that neighborhood, the owners, their phone number. So the lead generating program that I use is Vulcan 7, and I would have access to all those. It's a way to get, if you're okay with calling every day, which I wasn't, so I'm getting better at it. Today I did 3 hours and talked to at least 15 people. So anyway, that's how we do lead generating. It's one method. I also have a YouTube channel, Living in San Antonio, Texas, by creating videos on the San Antonio metro communities and also property tours, market updates, things like that, and that attracts buyers and sellers. There's so many different methods. Some realtors, oh my gosh, I listened to one realtor this week, and she's with EXP, and so am I. And the majority of her business, like 80%, 85% of her business was from social media, Facebook and Instagram. Those are her two main social media. And wow, she posts every day. So it is something that we have to practice every day. Prospect every day. So getting your license is just the easy part, okay? We think it's really hard, but it's actually the easiest part, right? Passing that exam, taking your course. It's like going to college, easier. Once you end up getting your license, now you got to start creating conversations, having conversations every day to see who you will be able to help, who's going to be interested in working with you. And so we start practicing scripts. We start in posting on social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. I like to post on YouTube. I do have some on the others, but my form of social media is YouTube. Okay, so YouTube Agent Prep is to help students pass their real estate exam, and I'm starting to create videos. I created some videos to share with you on how to get your business going, how I got started. So those are going to be coming up. So that's once you pass your exam, now you got to start doing every single day in order to become a successful real estate business. So keep that in mind. But first, pass that exam. And how? Practice your vocabulary and lots of questions. Repeat the same questions over and over until you get 100% score. A lot of times books recommend, hey, if you get an 80 score on your quizzes, hey, that'll be good. No, the actual exams are even tougher. Sometimes there's an easy exam. For the most part, they are difficult. And I did fail my first time around in Oregon, in Michigan. In Texas, I didn't, okay? So I've had the license in multiple states. So it takes a lot of practice, a lot of studying, and a schedule, a commitment, and consistency in order to prepare for your real estate exam and pass it. You have 3 opportunities. If for some reason you do not pass this, you're not a failure, you're not dumb, you're not ignorant, none of those things. It's just need to practice more, need to study more, and set a good schedule. Put it on your calendar. If it's not in writing, it doesn't exist. You don't get to see it and remind yourself. And let your family know. If you have a family, kids, spouse, boyfriend, other relatives, hey, you're preparing for this, ask for their support. And to give you privacy when you're studying. Do it in a quiet place and take regular breaks every 20 to 30 minutes. Jim Quick recommends doing it every 20 minutes. He's the brain man. And he's got a YouTube channel called Jim Quick, the brain man. And he teaches on how to teach yourself how to learn. Good practice, take a break every 20 minutes. Get up, do it for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, get some water, stretch, and then come back to it. And remember, if you like this video, click the thumbs up. Show me some support. If this is your first time to my channel, hey, click that subscribe button, click that little bell so that you're the first to find out when I upload a video or I go live or we upload shorts. And again, like this video if you found it useful. Until next time, catch you all later. Bye. Love y'all. You can do it if this is what you really want.